What does it mean to have a successful and meaningful life? The older I get, the more I realize that a successful life basically revolves around how much attention you get from other people. It's really that simple, I think. And more importantly, how much people value whatever you do or say. If nobody cares about what you do or say, eventually you will feel utterly useless and meaningless and depressed. Attention and value from other people is all we crave for eventually. If there is nobody that will give you any attention, if everybody completely ignores you and pretend that you don't exist, well, eventually you will feel utterly meaningless, right? And the thing is, the attention that you get from people is subjective. You do something or you say something, and that might be valuable to them. Now, social media is a perfect example of this. The need for attention, the need for positive feedback, the need for likes and views has never been so dramatic since the rise of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and whatnot. So, I have around 800 subscribers, and people like my videos, people leave comments, and to be honest, yes, each time I see these notifications, I get a small dopamine shot. It makes me realize that people spend their time to actually consciously listen to what I have to say, and the more positive the feedback is, the more I feel valued. And that feels good. It makes you feel important in a sense because people want more from you. And I truly appreciate that. But of course, it also can be too much, of course, like with celebrities, for example. Once you gain millions of subscribers or once you become a famous Hollywood actor, the amount of attention you get is way, way too much. And the same is true for any kind of successful job, whether you are a successful engineer or a politician or an investor or CEO or anything like that. It's all about it's all about the attention you get. The higher up you go in this hierarchy of jobs, the more attention you will get from other so-called important people. We're talking about the people wearing expensive suits, expensive watches, shoes, people who smoke big fat cigars, drinking the best champagne, traveling on private jets, owning yachts, etc. These kind of rich people, these type of people receive so much attention and have such a big social network because they are considered to be very important persons, aka VIPs. They are considered important, excuse me, because they have bigger responsibilities. They have the task to run a company, for example, or run an organization, run a bank, or whatever. Now, of course, that's not so easy. So, attention is the first important word, and the second important word here is service. To be successful is to serve as many people as you can, and your reward is attention. If you serve people in a positive way, you will get positive feedback and attention. And that's basically it, right? That's what we are doing and trying to do in life. Whatever your job is, if you have a job, it is meant to serve a certain aspect of society, whether you are a plumber or a software engineer, a firefighter, an influencer, a nurse, an athlete, or whatever. No matter what you do, it is all meant to serve someone or something in one way or another. For pretty much every possible desire that a person may have, there exists there exists services who can satisfy those desires. Now, of course, a lot of jobs are boring jobs, and the people who work there are not doing their jobs because they want to help and serve other people. No, instead, they simply need money to survive. But I think the principle is simple. The more people can benefit, the more people can benefit from a certain product or service, or the more people will enjoy what you're doing. Well, once you start to gain thousands of followers or thousands of people who will buy your product, automatically you will attract people from different fields like marketing specialists, brand managers, investors, business developers, entrepreneurs, etc. This can keep growing and growing, and eventually you might conquer the whole world. For example, here are the most famous examples: Bill Gates and Microsoft, or Steve Jobs and the iPhone, or Elon Musk and Tesla electric cars and SpaceX. And then there are super famous YouTubers like Mr. Beast, which I'm not even subscribed to, by the way. But now, to come to the point, what does it truly mean to be successful? Like in an existential objective way? Are you only truly successful when you are a billionaire like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos? Like, what is the most valuable thing that you can offer to mankind? Is it money? Is it food, water, electricity, jobs, shelter, education? The very basic necessities to live a comfortable life. That's basically the most moral objective, right? We want the entire world to live a normal, sustainable, comfortable life. And if we could accomplish that, would that be considered as successful? But then again, as I have often said, it's a never-ending cycle. If we are able to feed every mouth on earth, if we are able to provide food, water, shelter, electricity, education, etc., for everyone on earth, can we guarantee that everybody will be happy? I don't think so. We need misery and we need scarcity to understand what is actually valuable for us. We can't take anything for granted. If food, water, shelter, education is normalized and taken for granted, well, we will find something else to complain about. The human mind works in a very paradoxical way. We want to solve problems, but we also love to create problems. And if there are no problems, we will simply create them. We will invent things to complain about, and that's how this cycle is perpetuated. Now, is that successful? Well, so there are two options. Either you continue to discover more and more problems such that you can turn this into a service that battles those problems, and this process will and must literally go on forever, because if there are no problems, then there is nothing to do anymore and there is nobody to serve anymore, and that will be the end. Or the second option is to stop looking for problems, accept everything as it is, give up, and let it all go. And that will be the end of your life.